Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, bragging rights at stake in Alabama, and it will resonate from Muscle Shoals to Mobile. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the South Alabama Jaguars, taking on the 15th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. On first down, here comes this offense. Lopez wants to fire. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Looking to throw on second down. Trying to get to him. Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart. Understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down. New set of downs.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. At the 40, there he goes. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Oh, they had the screen all set up on first down, and he couldn't make the catch. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. They'll try to power their way ahead. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. Lopez to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Makes the pass. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Alabama! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game. It's complete. A huge pickup.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Quarterback will audible. Lopez wants to fire. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
The hardest thing to do in college football is tackle in the open field. These guys are so fast, so elusive. You just want to get them on the ground. You see the swing and the miss there. It leads to extra yards. So hard for a defense to get those guys on the ground.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The option look. And the ball is free on the pitch.
That's the end of the first quarter. For Alabama, 7, South Alabama, 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. They move the tight end all over. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got his man across the middle. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Snap in the shotgun. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Feeling some heat. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. Listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And this defense has a chance to make a big stop on 4th and goal from the 4. Lopez to pass. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Unloads to the right. Fires the pass, intercepted. Touchdown, Jaguars! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And he made the extra point without problem. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking down the middle. He makes the catch. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Alabama quickly back to the line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. On the run, fires downfield. Complete in the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him.
He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Bama!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Samuel. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Lopez wants to fire. And the freshman just threw it behind him that time.
Just don't feel like the quarterback's in a rhythm so far. He's had accuracy issues. That last throw was underthrown, but we've seen bad decisions. Trying to force the football in places it just shouldn't go, and that's why he's already thrown multiple interceptions.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The Jaguars will punt it away on fourth down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. The Jaguars will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll start this drive firing. Going for it all. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. The field goal is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
Going up top. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, South Alabama. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And how about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game, going into the half. That's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
Lining up to add another. Smashes it through for the PAT.
That's the end of the first half with the game tied.
And the Jaguars will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
First and 10.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. And another interception for the Crimson Tide. And Bama has a few ball hawks in this secondary. You might be putting old Hootie Ingram in the sights for his single-season interception record with 10.
Yeah, and it's hard to find DBs that are going to catch the ball consistently. When you get one, it's a nice day. But when you get two, it's a great day. You got a guy ball hawking the football, finding it, creating big plays for this defense.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Lopez to pass. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. And that's the second time he's gotten to the quarterback following the legacy of those great Crimson Tide pass rushers like Will Anderson, like Ryan Anderson or Tim Williams, or the great Derek Thomas or Cornelius Bennett, who could get to the quarterback.
I like it. You run out of oxygen naming all those guys. and that's what they do. They're a pressure defense, and they're going to come after the quarter. They ain't going to give you time to find open guys to beat their DBs, and they got...
And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you don't see this very often, the big defensive line. And you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time. But how confusing is it, Palmer? When it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception.
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Out of the gun, the inside give. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And that one will put him up here in the second half. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Offense set on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown time! Reeled it in and just made the house call. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll bring it out. It's Samuel. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offense...
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well, and you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. To the air, it's Milroe. Lets it fly. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find him, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They got the ball in great field position and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quick strike complete. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd.
The score, Alabama 35, South Alabama 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
On fourth down, going to the air. He slings it deep to the left. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly. So you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
At the 8-yard line. Brings up second down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
Check. Red 70 black sauce. Animal.
Scanning the field, it's Milrow. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Touchdown, Bama! And the pummeling has started. Why not double the try total and go for 2? Trying to power it in. This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion but was denied.
41, South Alabama.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 14, set to kick this one.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground.
Alabama offense will take over. First and 10.
The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
This offense has a second down play. Lopez wants to fire. Flushed out of the pocket. Unleashes one. Complete downfield. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Pressure coming. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Second down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
On third and forever, let's test his arm strength. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And a super return as he takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Pocket starts to collapse. Caught. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the route is on.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner will be dragged down.
South Alabama offense will take over. 1st and 10.
South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Coming after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Working the middle. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
South Alabama.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. One more play to pad the stats. Off play action. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just